Good morning, children. So, welcome back to maths class after a long break. Yeah, coming to your grand test performance. Yeah, few did well. So, I'm very happy. And few children need to improve. And by writing the test, you might have come to know where you are lagging behind or where you have not practiced properly. So please, children, an exam or a test means it gives us a chance to know where we are weak. That's all. So nothing more than that. So when you know that where you are weak, then it's your job to make yourself strengthen in it, right? So make yourself strong in it. Okay, so please do practice things and then listen to the videos again and again, because you have that in the YouTube. That is why we are posting it in the YouTube, so that you can go to a particular chapter where you are not properly able to solve the problems from the exam. So those particular chapters and videos, please listen and then solve by yourself all the exercise problems. Don't depend on solutions on for solutions on videos. Okay, once when you know the concept, when you listen to the concept, try to apply yourself. That only can make you successful. Okay, so now next chapter we are moving with area and perimeter, chapter number 13 from your textbook. Okay, and then it's a quick revision of all the things. Already we all know it, especially IIT children, they know it very well. Foundation children and the remaining children also, just it's a quick revision of what we have already learned. Okay, so perimeter means uh, length of the boundary, is it not? So suppose if you have shapes, algebraic shapes like triangle, square, rectangle, on that we will be having sides, where you can find the side length of each side and add them, then that will become a perimeter. If there are curves, what you are going to do is that, of course, there are formulae to find out the areas of the curves as well as the perimeters of the curves also, but that is not there in your syllabus right now. Then how to do it practically is take a rope or a thread and then keep this along the boundary of the curves, and then finally measure the length of that rope. That gives you the perimeter, right? And the standard formula for perimeter are, so square, all four sides are equal. So you are going to add yes plus yes plus yes, right? That means four sides. So 4 into yes is the perimeter. If it is rectangle, then two lengths of equal side, two breadths of equal size. So L plus L, 2L, B plus B, 2B. Add both now, 2L plus 2B. That is perimeter is equal to 2 times of L plus B in case of a rectangle. And if it is a triangle, it's a scalene triangle, then S1 plus S2 plus S3, all three sides are different. Equilateral triangle, of course, all three sides are same. So yes plus yes plus yes, that you can write it as 3 into yes. So this is for perimeter. This all things we have already learnt in our earlier classes, right? So it is only a quick revision of things, and I know pretty well that you are all can substitute in the formula and can solve the problems. Okay, how to substitute in the formula? Suppose if the square side of the square is given as 10 here, so in place of yes you are going to write 10. 4 into 10, 40, right? So suppose if it is rectangle, so length is 10, breadth is 5, 10 plus 5, 15, 15 into 2, 30. Suppose here in case of scalene triangle, you have S1 to be 3, S2 to be 4, and S3 to be 5. Right? So is this possible? A triangle 3 plus 4 is always greater than 5. Yes, 5 plus 3 is greater than 3. Yes, this is possible. So you can add all the three sides. Right? Suppose if it is an equilateral triangle, each side of 3 centimeter, then 3 into 3, 9 centimeters is the perimeter. Right? This is how you have to substitute and solve the problems. Right? Hope you can do it. right? Where in your exercise 1 you have to only fill these um, area and perimeter formulae, and then exercise 2 I think we can start with the problems. Now coming to area, how do we define area? It is the area is the space occupied, right, within the boundary. Now this green line shows you the boundary, that gives you the perimeter, and the space within this perimeter is the area. This whole shaded region is area. So area of a square, so square has equal sides, so s into s, that is s square is area. Units are square units, that means square centimeter or square meter or square kilometer, like that you will be getting. Or you can write unit square, that is centimeter square, meter square, kilometer square, like that. And now when it comes to rectangle, the same thing. Definition of area is the same, that is the area is that space bounded within the, or space occupied within the boundary, right? So the your rectangle area is length into breadth. Yes, I know that you know it very well, but just I am giving you a quick revision of it. A is equal to L into B, and units are square units or units square. And now when it comes to parallelogram, children, see a parallelogram, if you drop an altitude here, that means drop a perpendicular on this and then extend the base and drop the perpendicular, this automatically takes the form of a rectangle, where here rectangle you have length into breadth, is not? Here in place of breadth you are taking it as height, in place of length you are taking it as base. So parallelogram, it is base into height. Children, be careful in this, base into height, where height is the one which is the perpendicular distance between two opposite sides, maybe of this one, or you can also take the perpendicular distance between these two also, between two opposite sides. That means from a vertex, if you drop a perpendicular in the sense a line which goes and meets the opposite side, making an angle of 90 degrees, that is called perpendicular. So that is called altitude. In case of triangle, in the previous chapter we have defined altitude. Median, is not? Medians, altitudes, so we have defined all that, right? So altitude means it's a height, it's the height of a triangle there. And in case of parallelogram also concept is the same. From a particular vertex, if you drop a perpendicular onto the opposite base, length of that perpendicular gives you the height. So here this is height into breadth. Breadth into height is area of a parallelogram. Be careful, children. You need to take height, not the other side of the parallelogram. Right. So now coming to triangle, the same thing. Height of the triangle into base. Half into base into height is the area of the triangle. Half base into height is area of the triangle. So this is about the introduction, or what do we say, a quick revision of formula of area and perimeter of whatever the geometrical figures we know at this level, that is square, rectangle, triangle, and additionally what you have learned now is of also parallelogram. See, children, with the help of these are the tools, formula in the sense tool in solving the problems very quickly. Okay, so without the tools you cannot repair or you cannot handle the missions, right? Likewise, without the formulae you will not be able to solve the problems. So what is that which is very very important for you now is to go through the formulae, understand how to substitute, understand each term of the formula. So if suppose it is area is equal to S square, means S stands for side of the square. If area is equal to L into B, means L stands for length, B stands for breadth. If area is equal to base into height, it is not half base into height. Area is equal to base into height, means it's a parallelogram you are doing, and B stands for base, H stands for height. If it is half base into height, which means the formula belongs to a triangle where B is the base of the triangle, H is height of the triangle. I am saying again and again, it is not necessary that your height should be only this and your base should be only this. I may also draw it like this. See. So I am drawing an altitude here, making an angle of 90 degrees. Let me name it as H1. H1. Then at that time, this will become the base B1. This will become the base B1. At that time, you will be substituting half B1 into H1. Okay, so never think that there is only one base and one height. Remember that always whenever you solve area problems. And also remember one more thing, altitude is the one which should be drawn perpendicular to the opposite side from a vertex. As an example, I'll show you this I have given you already in the test also. Suppose I draw my triangle to be like this, and now this is the vertex, so my altitude is like this. So where is that? This is outside the triangle. It is outside the triangle. So not an issue, but you have to see that always from a vertex, if you are drawing an altitude, means it should be a perpendicular to the opposite side. That means you are extending this side. So altitude may also lie outside the triangle. Never think that it lies always inside only. Okay, children, then altitude will be this only, base is this only. Don't extend, don't take the whole base. This is the altitude and this is the base. Please, so that is very, very important when you learn the concepts. Okay, take a screenshot of this so that it helps you in filling the table as well as of area part. So, children, my job is done in making you revise the formulae and the terminology. Now it's your turn to start doing the exercise problems. So try to solve exercise 1 and 2 and post me your doubts so that in the next class I can solve your doubts first and then we'll go for the other exercise. Done? Okay.